Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are gonna finally do a full walkthrough of the current trailer we just finished renovating. I think named this one Bluey for obvious reasons, but I'm basically gonna walk you through, show you everything we added, changed, first being this step. We actually never had a step on this, so we took this from an old trailer that we had and just welded a couple brackets and we put a step on. And then we really wanted to mimic the original paint job of this trailer. It's a 1959 Kencraft. And so that is why we chose the shape of the blue sections. We did a lighter blue up top, darker blue on the bottom, but pretty much kept the exact original design on the exterior. We did get new tires. I spray painted the rims, and we did get a couple baby moons, and we get these off of, where do we get them? Streeter?
No, we actually get them from a guy.
Oh, we get them from a guy, so never mind, sorry. I get asked where we get them all the time, but apparently we get them from a guy. We also change out all of the tail lights, and are these ones original?
Those are the original.
These were original. Sometimes they are cracked, but this one had the original. But these we get off of vintage, what's it called? VintageCamperTrailers.com.
Yeah.
I will be sure to link all of the sources down in the description below. But basically, this is the exterior. Let's go on the inside. So here is the original door. I just had to make a few repairs here. I restained this, and this is the original screen. I just added this velvet tufting and rescreened the top and bottom. So come on in. First, you can see originally there was a very large heater, and this whole entire area was cabinetry. I obviously ripped it out, and we added this electric fireplace, and it also acts as a heater. And we've already taken this out camping, and it really does heat up this space perfectly. It actually kind of gets a little hot if you leave it on with the door closed. So I'm going to turn that off. But if you come in, you can see that we wanted to keep a lot of the original aspects of this trailer, like all of this wood paneling. We normally never do, but it was in such good condition, I could not bring myself to getting rid of it. So we just used Restore Finish in mahogany on all of the wood paneling that you see in here, along with any of the cabinet doors. These are all original hardware. I just spray painted them Rust-Oleum metallic gold. One of the things I get asked a lot. All of the windows are original. They are the louvered windows. You can see they open up. And we did only have to replace one glass panel, and it was this one right here. And you can call any local glass shop and just give them the exact measurements of the louvered glass panel, and they can cut one out of tempered glass for you, and you can slide it in. So in this front area, there originally was two banquettes that were really disgusting. Table was missing. And so one of my favorite ways to utilize this space for like a sitting area, along with adding an additional bed, because we have two young boys, is to get one of these lightweight futon couches. Commonly, I get them from Walmart or Amazon. And this one is from Amazon. I'll link it in the description below. But it works out great because I will show you really quickly. All you do is that, and we pull it out a tiny bit. And now it is a twin size bed. I have two young boys, so they just sleep opposite here, and it works great. And then in the morning, it's really easy just to pull up the back, and it becomes a sitting couch again. just like that. One thing with these vintage trailers, the front is rounded. So one of the problems that I had to figure out was how to make this couch look built in and not like it was just sitting in the middle of the area. So what I did was I just added this 1x8 board and secured it to the original ledge that was here so that it brought it out farther for an additional shelf. And then on the two sides, I just built these side tables that do not need to be moved, but they work perfectly for drinks and fill up the space, and we can still have storage underneath if we need. All of the light fixtures we were able to keep. I removed them all. I used rub and buff on all of the gold, and then we were able to just clean these. And so these are all original light fixtures. There's one in the bedroom and the kitchen as well. And we replaced this vent along with this. We added a skylight. This used to be where the fridge was housed. And so it did have an opening for venting, but we just wanted, because we have a vent right here, we just wanted the extra light. So we added a skylight there. And then because this used to be a whole entire cabinet area that housed a closet over there, this entire section was a closet. And then this was for the original fridge, which was missing. I ended up wanting more counter space. So I ripped all of that out. We have the same size fridge, but it just was brought down to the ground. These were the original drawers that were in the closet space that was here. The only thing we removed was a small hanging area, which we didn't need anyways. And so because there was a little destruction and discoloration from the roof, from where the cabinetry was, I created this waterfall epoxy backsplash that turned out really cool, very bold, not exactly what I was going for, but it ended up really setting a statement for this whole entire trailer and gave it a really cool, unique look. So that was that. And then in the kitchen, we pretty much kept everything original. I just painted the lower cabinets and did make some alterations. There was a stove in here. We never use a stove. They are a lot of added weight. And so we did remove the stove. I built a pull-out trash can because that's something that we use all the time, along with this little cabinetry that is a pull-out. It's kind of like my kids' snack drawer. You can put all kinds of little snacks in here, and they can easily grab it. So it's a little pantry, and that way we would just have the 2-burner gas stovetop on top. We got this from eTrailer, and this is the main cooking element that we use. Otherwise, we're usually cooking outside, so this works for us. This was the original vent hood. It's and then we added a light underneath. And then we did upgrade the sink. It has a nice cutting board, and then sink with the faucet. I carried the same backsplash over here to match this, like this side. And then these 2 cabinet doors, there was a cabinet door here and here. I wanted this to be a little more sleek. So I used the original door, cut it down so that it would be inset, and added a faux reeded glass film so that it was a little more hidden, but this is more pantry storage. There's actually a lot of storage in here in this kitchen. And then over here, this was original, but it did have a cabinet, and I wanted just to add a little more character. So we have just like commonly used spices and like keys, things like that. And then I just added some molding. This was the original mirror that was on the inside of the closet that I kept and added here. Behind this section, it is our utility closet. So This is where we have our whole entire power setup, water tank, and then I also use this as a closet as well. And so we still have some hanging storage, our broom closet. I got this inexpensive shoe holder that goes on the inside, and we put all of our boys' clothes in here. And then it's nice for like, here's sunscreen. We can put soap. We can add like things that we need to have, but keep them out of the way in here. This has been a really nice setup because we can close the door and not look at it. So lastly is the bedroom area. And this area we actually didn't do too much to. This was the original size of the bed. It's a RV 3/4 size bed. I actually got a foam mattress and cut it down to size. So if sometimes when you look for RV specific mattresses, they're a little more pricey because they're not as commonly sized. And so I just got an inexpensive full size mattress, and I made sure it was foam so that I could cut it to size. And so that is our mattress, bed. And a lot of people were saying that I wasted space because I just covered this up. When we go back outside, I will show you, we have access to underneath our bed, but it's from the outside. So a couple of the things is I do have some storage bins that we keep under here, but you can see the platform here. It's completely hollow, but you have to access it from outside. So I'll show you that, but we do have these baskets as well. We usually put dirty laundry or shoes in there just to keep them out of the way. And then I also have extra blankets stored on our bed. So there's like many layers here. And that is because when my sons go to bed, they can just take these blankets, some of them for them, and we don't have to worry about storing them away. So in here, it's the original light, original cabinets. This had a mirror here, and it was just a hollow space behind it. And I don't like that because we obviously want to have as much storage as we can. So I had this piece of artwork because I didn't have another cabinet door, and I just turned it into a cabinet door. So now we utilize all three of these for storage. We added this vent because we are right next to the bathroom. So we wanted to be able to have a fan to circulate air. And then lastly, you can see this originally had the box TV in this top corner. So I wanted to have it a little more sleek. I added a fun feature wall with pipe insulation and velvet batting and board and battens in between just to give it some texture and uniqueness. And then we mounted a TV and a little shelf, and it is a cute little feature wall that allows us to have TV when we are at hookups. And that paneling was messed up, which is why I had to come up with something to cover it. So it coordinates with the blue, and then that leads us into the last area, which is the bathroom. So we do have a door. Some people wondered about that. It's really nice because it's a pocket door that stays out of the way. And then it does have a clip right here so that it stays put in travel. Okay, so if you come in here, this bathroom was probably one of the top reasons I wanted this trailer because I immediately had a vision for the sink. To start out with the sink, this is the original sink. I created a faux brass, I guess it's gold, sink stand, and I used PVC pipe because it's very lightweight and it honestly can be removed if we want it to, but it stays tucked away and it just gives it such a cute little vintage vibe. And this is the original medicine cabinet as well. I just painted it, and I added a peel and stick subway tile behind the medicine cabinet and sink area, which is 100% waterproof, by the way. The other thing that I did, I did a board and batten across the lower half just to kind of brighten up the area and break up all the wood tones. And we did get a brand new ceramic RV toilet. And it is a super nice upgrade for your RV because the ceramic bowl allows for really easy cleaning. And then a little artwork. And for the shower, I did, it's actually all the original shower panels and flooring. They're all metal panels. I just used a white epoxy paint for tub and tile and made it white and bright, and then added some gold fixtures. And the knobs are actually original. I just spray painted them the same gold as I did everywhere else. And some trim to the outside, and we called it a day. Pretty much that's the walkthrough of our entire renovation that we did. We also did put carbon monoxide, smoke detectors, and fire extinguisher because you always want safety first. One thing I also didn't touch on is this little area down here is just some faux greenery because that is the wheel well. And then this was just some open shelving. What I do whenever we go camping, people always ask, oh my God, you have decorations everywhere. It's really not that much. I don't even have to touch any of this open shelving because I have rails. Nothing goes anywhere. The only thing I have to move is this few little things. And I just store them in our kitchen sink for travel. It takes but 1 minute to get it ready to go. And everything else stays put. So the last thing I will show you is out in the back, how we access the storage area under the bed. And there's a key somewhere. Here it is. So let me show you that real quick. So this area is how we access under the bed. It is not wasted space. If you come down here, oh, there's some remnants of camping, some trash. You can see all of the space underneath we still are able to use. So we can put chairs, we can put anything we want under here. It's not wasted space. We have it. It's just an outdoor section. One thing I was planning on doing originally was putting drawer slides so that we could pull out a platform, but we didn't want to add that much weight to the trailer. And so we just use it as extra storage if we need it. But honestly, we really don't normally. Okay, so that was the walkthrough of our recent renovation of Bluey. And next video, I will be sure to do a walkthrough of all of the RV specific products that we got and where we actually source those. So be on the lookout for that. I hope you enjoyed this renovation. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below. And I will also be sure to link all of the sources from RV specific to decorations down in the description as well. And if you found this valuable or you enjoy RV content, give us a like and follow, and we will see you next time.